Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and some pretty amazing news has just popped up and found its way onto the Google Play Store for Marvel Future Fight, which essentially spells out everything that's going to be in the mid-month update, including an all-uniform sale. So all uniforms are going to be on sale, 40% off, Tier 3 Odin, and a new Red Hulk uniform. So all of the things that we thought we were getting, plus the rumored Tier 3 Odin that was sort of half data mined, has essentially been confirmed due to this very early posting of an event on the Google Play Store that is 4 days early. So I'm not sure, depending on your time zone, it may land on the 14th or the 15th of July. I'm guessing it's going to be the 14th of July, again, somewhere around 9 p.m. Eastern time. And you can sort of calculate where that is for your time zone or when that is for your time zone based on how further forward or further back you are from Eastern Standard Time, EST, which is where I am, New York, etc. But yeah, I expect that it will roll out the same way as the Tier 3 Silver Surfer, the Tier 3 Scarlet Witch, and so on and so forth, where it will be like a rolling patch. So people will start logging out and logging back into the game around 9-10 p.m. Eastern, and then people will start getting the patch. Hopefully, we've had issues with every single mid-month update they've tried to do, but hopefully this will be the one where when you go to actually purchase the uniform, it won't give you any sort of issues, because we've had that happen otherwise every single time, where you go to purchase the uniform and it shows up, but then when you click on it, it says unavailable and you can't actually purchase it. This of course I'm talking about for Red Hulk. Now Odin, oh yeah, it also says, if you look at it here, I didn't actually read it that carefully, it says new Odin and Red Hulk uniforms. So we're gonna get 2 new uniforms. So what do you need to know as far as what's coming in 4 days? So Odin's uniform, presumably, if it's going to keep the same pattern as all of the other native Tier 2 uniforms like Thanos and Silver Surfer, he's going to cost 1,500 crystals when he's discounted. When it's not discounted, I believe it's 2,500 crystals. Yeah, hugely expensive. So 1,500 for his uniform, and then another 1,050 for Red Hulk's uniform. Now, presumably Odin will still be a hero when he gets his uniform. He's the Allfather. He's not necessarily the most nice guy, but he's generally speaking, he's a hero. And then Red Hulk, that one's up in the air, but again, he's stopping Blackheart from bringing hell to Earth in that comic series in the Circle of 4. So I would again guess, and I would bet that this Red Hulk uniform is going to turn him into a hero. So 2 really awesome heroes coming to the game, and then Tier 3 Odin, which is bananas. Now, 4 days is not a long time to prepare, but if you were about to Tier 3 someone and pull the trigger on that, maybe you should wait. Now, I'm not saying that you should absolutely wait under any circumstances. If in the next 4 days you were planning to Tier 3 someone really vital like Silver Surfer or Black Widow, you're trying to push ahead in, Vibranium Timeline Battle or something like that to get some extra crystals before the Hulk finally makes his debut in Timeline, we don't know. But if that's the case, you may want to still go ahead with that. But if you are a huge fan of Odin, if you've always wanted a super powerful Tier 3 Asgardian, and Thor, I was going to say the Thor, and Thor didn't really do it for you, as a lot of people would actually admit. He's been good, but he's never been, dominant. There's a good chance. It's not a guarantee, but there's a very good chance that this uniform in Tier 3 for Odin is going to propel him into the stratosphere damage-wise and meta-wise. Because for those of you that don't remember, Odin was extremely meta when he came out, and it essentially took Jean Grey to sort of push him out of the meta. And even then, he wasn't really pushed out of the meta enough until you started to get Quicksilver and other characters. And then, of course, the next year we got Tier 3s, and that's pretty much when he kissed it goodbye for the meta. But he's got a lot of very good passive effects, immunity to cancel, so he can't get his buffs removed. He's got crazy high scaling for skill damage, bonus damage. He's got that really nice Asgardian barrier that gives all allies a barrier, which is amazing for Alliance Conquest, any kind of rumble in Shadowland, King of the Hill, and any future content where you have to play together. For example, if his barrier works in Danger Room, he's going to be amazing for Danger Room. Yeah. And then Odin's Decree gives himself 30% damage reduction. Not that good, but he still has that super meta leadership. The resistance is actually kind of important, because that will make Jean Grey and other elemental damage characters deal less damage to you, right? Whether they're doing mind damage or fire damage or something else. Yeah, the resistance actually does help with that. 30% is not that much. Odin needs a massive overhaul and a massive buff to be meta, but I'm saying he does have the skeleton of a very meta character, and we'll have to see how far they go with him, but I would not be surprised if he becomes extremely meta and extremely viable. Now, of course, because he is a native tier 2, because he costs as much as Thanos and Silver Surfer, like the uniform, his tier 3 cost is going to be extremely high. So he's going to cost 1,600 CCF on top of having to get his gears from 20 to 25. So you're going to have to stockpile a ton of black antimatter, black antimatter in order to get him up to level 70, and then more black antimatter and tier 3 materials, Titan component packs and Essence of Dimension to get his gears to 25, and then even more plus 1,600 CCF plus 10 universal books. That's the other thing. If you tier 3'd Silver Surfer recently, you may not have 10 universal books. I do, because I'm now up to 5 on combat for Hulk, but yeah, that's another thing. So you need a lot of CCF, a lot of resources essentially, if you're trying to keep up with all these crazy tier 3s. Basically in 1 month, right? Because the middle of June is when we got Silver Surfer. In 1 month, we've had 2 native tier 2 tier 3s, which equates to 3,200 CCF and 20 universal books. So yeah, I'm not sure how to feel about that, but on the other hand, Odin absolutely deserves a rework and absolutely deserves to be near the top of the meta. And man, if you've played that Chapter 12 story mode, you know what to expect. His look, right? The look of that character is so cool. I'm kind of hyped for that. I would really enjoy that. And it would be actually interesting to see Hulk, because I've been wanting to make a Hulk PvP video, but they keep banning him from timeline. So I'm hoping that next week, I think actually Odin is banned this week as well. Yeah, he is. I'm hoping that next week, neither Odin nor Hulk is banned from timeline, so we can actually try them both out, perhaps on a team together, perhaps, you know, against each other, because one's a hero and one's a villain. It'll be interesting to see, but I have pretty high hopes for Odin, and I hope that he will definitely rise to the occasion, because that will also give us an insight into how far the devs are willing to go to upgrade old characters. Because if you look at Odin, and then you look to the left, and you look to the right, all of those characters need love too. Supergiant needs a lot of love, Dormammu needs a lot of love, and Adam Warlock needs a lot of love. Now, the one thing that they haven't addressed yet, which I hope that they do, is the acquisition for Odin, because it's going to feel really bad. I have to say this. It is going to be really bad if new players or players who don't have Odin unlocked have to go into the store and buy him for 1 star for an extra 1,750 crystals, I believe it is. That's basically going to put his cost at over 3,000 crystals, because you have to buy him and then you have to buy his uniform. So yeah, I really hope, listen, Netmarble, just put Odin as a reward for completing the All War, right? For completing this campaign mode. Odin should be unlockable at 1 star for completing this, because it makes sense thematically. You beat Odin at the end of the mission, the last mission, right? You beat Odin. You should unlock Odin. That's how we used to unlock Odin in Marvel Future Fight. We used to unlock him by completing Chapter 12. By the way, guys, for like 2 years, over 2 years, they gave away Odin for free to anyone who completed the story. And it wasn't hard. They also gave us a free 6-star version of Blue Marvel. So hopefully they don't forget about that, and hopefully they do that. Otherwise, you know, basically just wait. I wouldn't purchase if you don't have Odin. Okay, let's just put it this way. If you don't have Odin and they don't give Odin for free, they don't have an event to get Odin, to unlock Odin without paying crystals or real money, then wait. Don't buy him right away. Don't impulse buy him unless you're a big whale. Let the people who already have him unlocked, me, other content creators, let us test out Odin to see how much better he gets, because it's a really heavy, it's a really huge investment. You know, if you've recently, or if you remember ranking up Doctor Doom or Thanos or Silver Surfer, it's the same cost. It's 8,800 black antimatter just to get him to level 60, plus the thousands of bios, plus like 50-60 million gold. Then you have to get all of his gears to 20. That's another like 3,000-5,000 black antimatter. That's another like 20, 30, 40 million gold. By the end of it, just getting him to level 60, you may end up spending, or actually getting him to level 70, you're going to spend over 10,000 bios. It's like 11,000 bios. And you're probably going to spend over 100 million gold. It's a crazy investment. So yeah. And then for everybody else that already has him, the only pain that we have to go through, or the only frustration, is unlocking his potential. Because he is getting his level 70 and his tier 3 simultaneously, you're going to have that frustrating situation where some players are going to play on the very first day, boom, unlock Odin's potential and get him to tier 3, and then other people are going to be waiting for weeks. So yeah, we just may the odds be ever in your favor. I don't really have anything positive to say about that other than I wish you luck, and I hope you wish me luck for unlocking his potential in 1 or 2 or 3 days at most. But yeah, that is the news there. I also want to shout out, I should have done it at the beginning of the video, I apologize, but I want to shout out the Korean YouTube channel Jakab Dashik. He was the one who originally messaged me and showed me this. And I thought originally, so he lives in Korea, he's Korean, he speaks English really well. I thought that it was only on the Korean App Store, but because I lived in Korea, I have a Korean Gmail account, so I went ahead and logged into that App Store and checked, and I saw it, but it was translated into English for me. But then I realized from people posting it in other places like Line and Discord that it was on the English App Store as well. So then I swapped accounts, swapped email addresses, and I saw that it was there as well. So yeah, shout out to Jakab Dashik. If any of you know Korean, want to learn Korean, practice Korean, and you want to hear about Marvel Future Fight, he live streams Marvel Future Fight, he plays Marvel Future Fight, makes videos about the game. He also plays other games. I watch his streams sometimes. I pop in, try to keep my Korean a little bit sharper by listening and just trying to figure out what he's saying. So very nice guy, and also a big fan of Marvel Future Fight and a great player as a content creator. So yeah, shout out to him. Go check out his channel. I'll leave a link below in the description. And thank you to him for bringing this to my attention so I could make this video and bring it to your attention. So yeah, you should never buy uniforms when they're off sale, but just in case you were going to, if you got an itchy trigger finger, now you know to wait, because in 4 days there's going to be an all uniform sale. We're going to get 2 incoming uniforms that should make garbage characters. They should be 0 to hero uniforms, right? These should be, toilet tier to mythic tier or higher upgrades for Red Hulk and Odin, and then we are getting tier 3 Odin, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we will see some other nice quality of life changes slid in there, like maybe more daily, weekly crystals, maybe extra obelisk slots, or something crazy like that. Who knows? Marvel Future Fight, maybe they'll do us a solid and actually, be nice to us for once. Anyways, so yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.